Let's bring up the head coach of the Tigers now, Will Wade, ladies and gentlemen.
Kent, did the media upset you or something? You upset at the media? You didn't give us the normal 15 minutes, go get your desserts for the media today.
Oh, I did. You missed that.
Oh, I missed it.
You missed it. You were eating.
Oh, I was eating. I'm sorry. I thought the media had upset you. You didn't invite them to go to the dessert table. You know what media? You know what it's an acronym for, right? Mooch every day in abundance. That's what they do. That's why they all come to this, because it's free meal. Free meal. Count them. Count all of them here. We can't get half this for a press conference, but you give them free food, the buffet. Kent gives them the dessert. Everybody's here. I'm glad you brought that up about Taz. It's all we heard about on the flight back. That was a good win, but not like when I had 43. I said, okay, Taz. I said, we'll take it. But obviously, we played a little bit better last night. You know, I was looking at the SEC stats this morning. I'm a big numbers guy. And I get real excited about 3 or 4 different stats, and I'm very excited that we're leading the league in offensive rebounding, steals, and three-point field goal percentage defense. If you can win in those 3 categories, that's how we've won at all the other places I've been. We've had great three-point defense. We've taken the ball from you, and we've been able to just crash the offensive glass. We're getting 38% of our offensive rebounds in conference play, which is tremendous. That means 4 out of every 10 misses, we basically we rebound them. So. That's really, really good. Now I've got to get our team to understand we need to shoot it so we can rebound it before we turn it over. You know, that's what I tell them all the time. If you just put it on the backboard, at least we got a chance to go get it before we turn it over and hand it to the other team. But I was very pleased. We're number 1 in the league in all 3 of those statistics, and if we can stay there in those statistics, we'll have a chance to really close well over the second part of the league schedule here, and play well over the second part of the league schedule. There's a couple we're not as good in. Our field goal percentage offense is okay. It's 5th or 6th in the league. We need to be a little bit better there. And our field goal percentage defense is 10th in the league. We've got to get that up. We can't be giving up as many easy baskets from 2 as we do. We can't let teams just drive us in there and give up from 2. But part of that was some personnel things we were doing, and hopefully we got some of that. Change. But I was really pleased with our guys last night. We were coming off a tough loss against Arkansas where we just didn't play very well. Some of the things that had, some of the things that had kind of been simmering, it caught up to us in that Arkansas game, just with our poor shooting, and we weren't able to dig ourselves out of a hole and that sort of thing. And we didn't play with the edge and the purpose I didn't think that we needed to. But I knew our team, it's like I told our guys after the game. I said the real season starts now. It's easy when you're winning. All right, when you're on a long winning streak, like you'd have to be an idiot not to be able to get excited and get going, and everybody pats each other on the back and everything's great. But I said the real season starts when you lose a game. That's when you see what you're made of. That's when we see what we're made of. And I thought, Monday's practice was really good. We changed our practice schedule up a little bit. We practiced hard. We got after it. I thought our guys were really good. I felt good after Monday's practice that, hey, we got the right stuff. Our team's still connected, and our team's got a little bit more pop, a little bit more edge to us. And I was pleased to see us come back and fight like that. Tuesday's practice was pretty good, and I felt good going into the game. The problem is, when you drop one like Arkansas and you go to Mississippi State, we could have, you could play a great game last night and still get beat. We could play a great game Saturday and still get beat. These teams are just, we're stepped up in weight class within the league. These are really, really good teams, Mississippi State, Auburn, and as we move forward here. And so, it's a little bit of an unknown that you're worried about, how are we going to play, even though we've practiced well, we can play really well, and it may not work out. So, but I think that's why last night's win was so big for us, is that we practiced well, we prepared well, and it worked out. We were able to kind of dig out a tough win. I thought our execution down the stretch was a lot better. Tremont was obviously tremendous. Naz Reid was tremendous. Nobody's talked about this, but Cavell was lights out last night, and I'm hard-headed, but I do learn. When we play him over 20 minutes, we win. It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty really pretty simple. We played him 17 against Played him 17 against Arkansas and lost. I didn't play him enough against Houston. He just brings us a different level of rim protection, and he's able to rebound. He had a double-double last night. He affected a bunch of shots. He drew a charge late in the game. There's just some things he can do with his height and his athleticism and his length that we really miss when he's not in there. And so, he was huge. He was a huge key to us winning. You think about now, he's had how many double-doubles has he had? 5 and 6 in league play. 5 in league play. That's what I thought. 5 in league play. I mean, that's tremendous. And he's to me been a huge difference maker for us. I'd be lying if I told you I thought we'd get all this out of him. I knew he's a really good player, but you never know for sure. And to have 5 double-doubles in league play, he's been just a huge piece for us with his rim protection and his ability to alter shots, block shots, and just the versatility that he plays with. And he can just go grab the ball. I mean, he was 6 of 6 from the field last night, got a bunch of offensive rebounds. He can just go grab the ball. Had 14 points, 13 rebounds. Nas had 9 rebounds. And so I was pleased. I was worried about how our rebounding was going to hold up last night as well. We've been out rebounding people, but like I said, we were stepping up in weight class. And for us to go to the offensive glass like we did and still get a bunch of offensive rebounds and then out-rebound them by 5 on the road, I thought that was a very good sign. We've certainly got to cut down on our turnovers. We turned the ball over in the first, against Auburn like we did against Mississippi State. It's going to be the same thing where Mississippi State went on that 17-0 run when we were turning the ball over and coughing the ball up. We got to do a great job of attacking the paint, not settling for threes. Thought we did a better job of that last night. But we got to do a great job of that against Auburn. We cannot have live ball turnovers. If we have live ball turnovers, Auburn's going to turn them into 3 points before we can even turn our heads to get back on defense. They play so fast. So it'll be a big challenge for us Saturday. There's a reason they won the league last year. Jared Harper's a great player, the point guard. Bryce Brown's a tremendous shooter. Samir Dowdy's a kid that they played for me at VCU, actually. When I left VCU, he transferred, and he's now at Auburn. He averages 8 points a game. Had a really good relationship with Samir, but I can assure you he's going to be fired up to play against me. Very good player. And then they just got Austin Wiley back. They were 1-3 without Austin Wiley, their big kid, and now they got him back. They beat Florida. They're on a winning streak, and so he's a big piece to what they do. Big 6'10" kid. So it'll be a big test for us on Saturday against Auburn, and we've got to build off this. We've got to build off this big win at Mississippi State. The Mississippi State win was as good a win as we've had this season, especially on the road under the circumstances, and I was very pleased. But we've got to clean some things up. We've got to get better, and we've got to turn the page to Auburn and get ready for a fun game on Saturday. So with that, I'll take a few questions and go from there. Yes, sir.
We're losing Cavell this year,
Yeah.
and everybody thinks that we're going to lose another big guy.
Yep. We got some big guys. We're going to replace them. We'll be all right.
Okay, that was my question.
We'll be good.
We only signed.
We signed 2 guards. Yeah, we got some bigs. We'll be all right. Yes, sir.
If Marlon, can we play more offense from Marlon? He's a terrific player.
Marlon? Yeah, Marlon, he's a good defender. He's really helped us defensively, getting his length and athleticism in the game. And, we've got to continue to get him better, for him to continue to improve. These games are, it's different. It's different when you're guarding some of the guys he's been guarding, then you've got to turn around and guard Quindary Weatherspoon. So there's just a difference, a different weight class. You got to punch above your weight class a little bit. And so we've got to continue to work with him and continue to get him better and continue to have him progress as we move forward through the conference play. That's gonna be huge.
And you broke a 2-year streak of that guy you just mentioned. That every time that he scored 20 points or more.
Oh yeah, Weatherspoon. Yeah. Every time he scored 20 points, yeah, they've been really good. So we were fortunate. Luckily, none of the rest of our guys went off besides him and Perry. We did a good job on Peters. That helped. Yeah, Charlie.
I see where you have jumped both Kansas and Villanova in the net rankings today. So I mean that's a great job, and I think you guys deserve a lot of credit for that. I was really pumped up to hear that from Riley. So
I'm glad you're excited about the net.
Definitely excited about that. And go beat Georgia.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Can you speak a little bit on Nas's growth? I think it was a few weeks ago he fouled out, didn't realize he had 4 fouls. Last night he played with 3 almost the whole second.
Yeah, Nas he's been phenomenal. I mean, he's, in SEC play, he's averaging 16 points a game, shooting 48% from the field, 53% from 3, and 85% from the free throw line. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. And I think he's continued to get better. He's lost weight, he's gained confidence, and he's continued to get better. There's a learning curve. I mean, he's playing high school basketball this time last year. I mean, there's a huge learning curve. No matter how talented you are, there's just a big learning curve. And for him to be able to not have a great first half yesterday and flip it and have a really good second half was tremendous growth for him. And he's so smart. He's so good. He sees things so well. He's just continued to progress and continued to get better as we've gone through the season here. So really pleased with his progress thus far, and he's going to keep improving. Just the way he is, the way he works, the way he studies, the way he goes about things. He's going to keep getting better and keep improving. But very proud of him, and I mean, you can't ask for much more than what we've been getting from him. You ask for him to play well in SEC play. I mean, you can't ask for it. And I don't understand why he's not getting more recognition than he is, within the conference and nationally. But he's been one of the best. I get stats every week on the top 50 freshmen. I mean, he's like top 10 in the country in freshmen in basically everything you could want. And so he's just been phenomenal. Very proud of him.
Did you pray a lot for his last basket?
That was Wade Sims helped us put that last basket in. That's for sure. Yes, sir. Well, I'd like to not get down double digits. I think we got good fiber to us. We've got a good way about us where we're never out of it. Last night was a little bit different because when we've gotten down double digits, we've been able to change our defenses and kind of find a defense that worked. And we played the 1-3-1. We played the diamond last night, and they torched both of those. We tried our 2-2-1 back to our zone that we hadn't played in about a month. We tried that last night, and that didn't work. They hit a 3 on the wing because we were buried too deep. And so, last night we just kind of had to go back. And really what it came down to last night was we just knew we were going to have to outscore them. So we put our best offensive lineup out there, pinned our ears back, and said, all right, let's just go outscore them and see if we can, cobble together enough stops to win the game. But I think our guys have a good belief. They know that when things get down and when things get tight, you've got to come together. You've got to double down on what we're doing and focus on us. For us to be 5-0 on the road in the league is really good. It speaks to our guys and how hard they work, and they believe they've earned the right to win. And it was a fun game last night.